Hi again, Marcy Davis from Quick Start Piano, where adults learn by playing the music they love most. And today we're going to take a look at Bright Horses by Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds. So I recently had a student write to me telling me how much they loved this piece and how beautiful it was, and even though it sounded simple, they knew it would be too hard for them and they wouldn't be able to play it. So I took a listen to it, and it isn't that hard. It is simple. And especially if you're thinking about chords, you can play it if you haven't been playing for very long, if you know your chords. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you through this piece. First, I'm going to play what I'm hearing on the intro and on the verse, and then I will walk you through how you can recreate that yourself on the piano. So we've only got, I have a sheet from ultimateguitar.com, so you can look up this chord sheet yourself. And there's only 4 chords in this whole piece. So the intro uses C minor, B flat, E flat, and A flat. And then for the verses and most of the rest of the piece, you're just doing 3 chords. You're toggling between A flat, B flat, C minor, and B flat. So let me do a little run, and then I'll come back and explain what it is that I'm doing. So you don't have to follow everything I'm doing at this point. Let me make sure you can see my hands, and I think what I'll do is if I turn off that light, you can see my hands a little better. Okay, so we've got, that's part of the intro. And I'll just play that one more time, even though he only does it once. Into the main part of the song. When the verse comes and he starts singing over the top of this repeated chord progression. And then I hear him doing some higher stuff with that same chord progression. If you listen through the whole song, you probably hear variations. Alright, so that is a basic part of what I'm hearing in the piano part. And what I'm going to do, the intro is more difficult, not because there's more notes, but because he's using inversions. And we generally learn our chords in root position, especially as piano players, because it's very nice 5-finger position. So I'm going to skip to the verse chord progression that starts with A flat, and what I'm going to do is teach you each chord. So we've got A flat, C, E flat, that is an A flat chord, and then for B flat we've got B flat, D, F, and then C we've got C, E flat, G. So you think of an Oreo sandwich, black notes on the outside with the white note in the middle, that's A flat, and then on the B flat we've got 1 black note on the bottom with 2 white notes on top. And for C minor, we've got white on the outside with the black note in the middle. Now you do not have to do these with your left hand, depending on what's more comfortable for you. But I like to teach the chords this way because we generally use our chord shells. And in fact, if you wanted to skip the middle note part, you could just play the chord shells. So we've got A flat chord shell, B flat chord shell, C minor chord shell. And when it gets harder and we add the right hand, we are actually going to go back to using that chord shell on the left. So one of the ways you can do that is just play the left hand bass note, A flat, B flat, C, B flat, and it goes back and forth. And then the right hand is going to play the top notes. That might be more comfortable. It's not as obvious what the chords are because you're not in home bass position, but it's another option. And then if you're going to do just with your left hand, or maybe he does it like this. Yeah. So, I've already forgotten the song. So we play the root and the third at the same time. There we go. And then you can do that with the left. This might be tricky to do with the left, doing the 3 and the 5. That's one of the reasons I split it between the hands. Now we've got, if you have both of your hands in the A flat home bass ready to play the chords, your left would do pinky, thumb, then your right is going to play all three in a row. So actually a little bit easier than trying to play those two at the same time. And I've got some pedal. So that's for my A flat chord. Then move everybody up to the B flat position and do outside notes and then all three up here. And then up to C, outside notes, all three, outside, bottom, top, bottom, middle, top, bottom, top, bottom, middle, top, bottom, top, bottom, middle, top. And that, you could play that for the whole song, and as long as those are the chords, I haven't looked through the entire song, that would get you through almost all the song if you did exactly that. But you might get bored and you might want to do, and I just did mixed up the order, and I think I added an extra one there. So instead of waiting here, I went, if you can feel this underlying pulse of 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, you can really do whatever you want as long as you're not breaking out of your 1, 2, 3, so that the song keeps going. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And the book, the resource that I use for my students called Back Pocket Patterns, Back Pocket Piano Patterns. If you have that, this it is designed to give you exactly this kind of skill so that you can just plug it into this piece and you're ready to go. So I hope that gives you some ideas of how to play this piece. Let me know how it goes, and I will see you in the next video. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you'll never miss another tutorial or a piano book tour showing you what's inside. So have fun making music, and I will see you in the next video.